Yo. Yeah. Hey. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 64 people watching, apparently. So that should be enough for us to start. All right, let's figure out what's going on. So I uploaded, as you guys know, I uploaded my video critiquing Hasan's tweet concerning Kamala Harris. And all the minions of Hasan have assembled to defend him in the comment section. So, in light and in favor of being fair and honest, we're going to see what they have to say and read what they have to say and, investigate. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to give them a chance, an opportunity to shine, to have their voices heard. So, let's just do our thing. So, got there's a whole bunch of supporting comments, so we're going to scroll to see where we can find the detracting comments. And then we're going to see what's going on. Because let's see what you folks have to say. 'Cause it's my time. Just say you care more about Kamala than Palestine. This is my problem with y'all, is you think it's about Kamala and Palestine. You think it's about Kamala and Palestine. You literally are not even thinking about Donald Trump. You must be memeing. I'm gonna assume you're just memeing. I'm gonna assume you're not even serious. From this moment forward, I'm gonna just assume you're being sarcastic. If you're not being sarcastic, then you're delusional, my G. Like, it's crazy how Trump can be on the ballot and y'all think it's all about fucking Kamala. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's insane. Got sand in my eye from outside. All right. Yo, Xavier, my G. What it do? Yeah, this is about democracy. Bro, Kamala Harris is just a person. This is not a cult of Kamala. Like, this is not about Kamala, bro. She's not the most important person here. We are. We are the most important people here. The people of the United States, we are the important ones. Kamala is just our representative, figuratively speaking. She's not a literal representative in the House, but you get my point. But yeah, this argument of Kamala versus Palestine is like, y'all aren't even paying attention to what MAGA is up to. Y'all just think it's about Kamala and Palestine, which is insane to me. So, let's read what you guys have to say. So, here's one right here. Here's a critique. I don't think he's just a Hasan supporter, but I gotta break this down because a lot of y'all are just like saying stuff that makes no sense, bro. Like, a lot of y'all are saying stuff that's just divorced from reality. Let me see what y'all fools said. Hasan isn't going to derail Kamala, and he isn't trying to. He's just being honest about what he wants and what he saw, which I agree with her saying lethal was crazy. What do you think the military is? What do you think the military's job is? Do you think the military's job is to hold hands with people? They're supposed to kill people. That's their job, is to kill people. You want a military that's less lethal? Let me get this straight. You want a military that's less lethal. And you said Hasan isn't trying to derail Kamala? Are you serious? You think Hasan Piker convincing 40,000 of his like Democrat voting supporters that she's anti-free like healthcare and free college and is not anti-war? You think him tweeting that is okay? That's a Republican narrative? No, it's not. That's literally how the world works. You want a military that's not lethal? Do you, like, bro, and acknowledge how insane what you just said is. That's some Republican narrative? So you want Republicans to have the monopoly on wanting a strong military? Bro, Think about what you're saying, my G. Just think about it for 1 second. Think for 1 second about what you just said. Trump is coming off like the peaceful candidate. Bro, you can't think. Bro, you can't go off of what someone says. You have to think clearly, my G. The military is supposed to be lethal. It's supposed to kill people. What do you think the military is for? Bro, if you were in the military, would you want the best weapons or the most mid, unkept, no maintenance weapons possible? Would you want horrible helmets, horrible gear, no air support? Like, if you were in the military, would you want the most like what are we like, bro? Y'all gotta think about what y'all say, bro. Like, think for 1 second, my G. I just felt like what you said was insensitive and untrue about Palestinian protesters. It's not, bro. Y'all have a problem with people who are delusional. Like, you want me to lie? I can't lie to y'all. I mean, I could sit here and pretend, but like, you know. Like, all right, let's read what bro had to say. So, respectfully, brother, I correct you on the military-industrial complex. The U.S. military does play an important part, but the military-industrial complex isn't as involved in that as it is not about investing in the military, but a glorified money laundering scheme. Bro, how much do y'all think it costs to make these missiles, bro? How much y'all think it costs to make these jets? How much y'all think it costs to make some of the most like devastating weaponry and maintain it in the military? But it costs like hundreds of thousands to millions, bro. It costs a lot of money. And all of that stuff is provided. All that equipment we buy is provided by the military industrial complex. When we buy these weapons, bro, it costs a lot of money. They've increased the military budget by $40 billion annually for so many years in a row, yet enlisted personnel still make the wages of a McDonald's worker. And VA hospitals have been forsaken funding-wise for decades, and even the weapons/equipment you're given to use as a serviceman isn't the best. Who has better weapons than us? I'm so serious. Like, who has better rifles than we do? Who has better weaponry than we do? It's not the Ukrainians. It's not the Russians. So it's not the Chinese. I'm trying to figure out who is it. Furthermore, enlisted personnel make the wages of a McDonald's worker. My G. That might have to do with the fact that if you're in the military, bro, they fund everything. They take care of your room and board. They take care of your food. They take care of your housing. Like, they take, like, bro, like, they take care of your medical care. Like, gee, you, like, bro, I would say if you're in the military right now and you're watching this, save your money, bro. Because they're like, you literally, like, you're just big chilling. Like, you're just chilling. You ain't really doing too much. Like, bro, just save your money. Don't spend it on nothing stupid. Like, save up. So when you leave, you got money because the military about to cover everything. Dental, they're about to cover everything you need to get covered, bro. Like, what the military industrial complex does do is deal out contracts to insiders and manufacture weapons like the laughable mistake they made over 10 years ago, where they made super tanks so big they didn't fit on an aircraft carrier and were just billion-dollar paperweights sitting somewhere. They also have made it a business to sell to foreign militaries. I mean, yeah, foreign militaries want to buy American weapons because, like, for every like one weapon that doesn't like work out, there's plenty of weapons that do, and the ones that do are really, really high quality. Like, this is kind of part of the game. Like, you're gonna invest in weapons that don't work. You're gonna invest in weapons that sometimes have to be discontinued or need time to be made serviceable. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. What is this conversation? Like, I love y'all, but like, some of y'all say stuff that's so divorced from reality. Like, honestly, Hasan's chair is better. Hasan's chair is better. His chair doesn't creak as much as mine, so that is objectively true. Nah, we spend way too much on the military. We can cut that spending in half and we'll still outspend everyone. Okay, you know what? All right. How much does the U.S. spend on defense? I can't do this with y'all. What percent? Okay. So we spend more than everyone else, which is like ideally the best situation. What percentage of the U.S. GDP is spent on the military? So here we have from the Peter G. Peterson. Bro, I never understand people with like those names, bro. like Rashad Rashadson. Although the United States spends more on defense than any other country, the Congressional Budget Office projects that defense spending as a share of gross domestic products will decline over the coming years from 2.9% of GDP in 2024 to 2.5% in 2034. So, goddamn 2.5. Someone said choose a government site. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't. Okay, but I feel like one of y'all's gonna be like, choose a private site. The government's lying. Whatever. Fine. I'll do it. Okay. Okay. So it seems like defense spending has actually gone down over the years. So in the 50, well, hold on, from Old World Patriot, $20. Mad love, bro. I'm pro-Israel and pro-military and liberal and felt alienated by most liberal commentators. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the $20 super chat, Old World Patriot, my boy. You seem to harbor a lot of hate for Palestinian people. It's weird. I don't hate Palestinian people. I don't know how you, like, you're just making that up. You're just making shit up. I went to school with Palestinian people as a child. like, bro, like, I don't dislike Palestinian people. It's just like, y'all have to understand that, like, Gaza cannot just hold the world or even the United States hostage, bro. I said multiple times in the video, I want a ceasefire. How do you watch the videos of kids getting blown up and think, wow, this should go on for, like, as long as possible? I don't hate Palestinian people, bro. There's just certain realities about the situation we can't ignore. So, back to the information we were... But what the fuck? Oh... somehow I zoom... Whatever, forget it. I went to school with them is not as much of a recovery as you think it is. Okay, so apparently I have to explain this in, like, stupid people terms. I had personal relationships with Palestinian people growing up as a young kid, and as a result, like, I don't, like, what do I, like, do I need to, like, I don't view them as non-human. Like, I grew up with them. I know they're normal people like everyone else with hopes and dreams and concerns for the future. They're not monsters. Do you need the whole breakdown? Are you dumb? Some of y'all are just stupid. like what the fuck? Like, in other words, like, they're people. I think they're people. Like, is that what you needed? I've never said otherwise. If y'all want to see real racism, you can go watch America First. I don't know why y'all are pretending like I dislike them. like, I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this? It's giving I got a black friend. Maybe I do have a black friend. And? You know what I'm saying? So, back to the research before y'all, like, interrupted me with bullshit. So, in 1953, we spent 11.3% of our GDP on defense. In 2024, we spend 2.7. So, this person saying, nah, we spend way too much on the military. We can cut that spending in half and we'll still outspend everyone. Why would we want to spend less during a time in which we have a war in Gaza and Ukraine? And we have the Chinese getting a little uppity. Why would we spend less? And if we spend 2.7% on our GDP on defense, doesn't that mean that we're left with like 90, like, okay, let's just say 97%. Let's just say 3%. That's 97% of the GDP we haven't spent on anything else. You want to know what the problem is? The problem is Congress won't, like, fucking pass legislation to spend money on, like, what you want them to spend money on. Like, so how about you just, like, call your congressman or some shit? Dude, I'm obviously not going to get through to you because you're so arrogant, so goodbye. So? Like, bro, I've never once ever said anything evil about Palestinian people once because I don't hate them. You want me to hate them because that's the only way you can communicate your argument. Go to a channel where people actually hate Arabs. Don't come here. Go there. Go there. Go to, like, America First. Like, get off my channel, bro. I don't dislike Palestinian people. But if you want to watch someone who does, go there. Go watch, like, I don't know. He actually has fizzled out recently. I don't know if he still dislikes non-white people. Go to a channel where they don't like Arabs. Don't come to my channel and ask me about and talk to me about disliking Palestinians, bro. Go to a channel where they really don't like Palestinians. I can't think of one, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Talking about some you dislike Palestinian people. Nigga, please. This is a problem with y'all. Y'all always try to pick on somebody who doesn't actually believe some evil shit to take out your frustrations on. Go pull up on them real haters. Go pull up on them real white supremacists coming to my channel talking about some you hate Palestinians. Nigga, what are you talking about? Like, bro, like, y'all just say dumb shit. Let's see if we can find a genuinely reasonable critique, bro. Here we have somebody with a Mirak photo on their thing. Rashad, thank you for being human. I'm appalled, terrified of Russia. Most people here say, hey, we can win. I mean, y'all probably could win with the help of Ukraine. Okay, too many supporting comments. Okay, here we have a detractor. Let's see. Go on Truth Social and post yourself with a Palestinian flag. Do people even use Truth Social? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to MAGA. I know y'all love Trump. I know you support Trump. I know you respect Trump. I know you guzzle Trump. But do y'all actually use that app for real? Or are y'all just like, you know? Like, now I'm not talking about you specifically, ASAP. But for any Trump supporter who watches this, do y'all actually like support on his thing? You know what I'm saying? Do people actually use that? I feel like Trump's the only one really on there, and I'm not trying to be ageist, but I feel like Trump and the boomers that support him are on there. I just found out Trump is a boomer. I didn't know that. He's like literally on the first year of like the boomer generation. Trump is apparently a boomer. That's crazy. So Rocky says, no, he's not. He's trying to put pressure on Democrats and also not backing down on his values and what he literally talks about all the time. What values is he? Is like, what are you talking about? Put pressure on Democrats to do what? The stuff they already do they already do? He has not changed his stance on Israel at all. I never said he did. Why would he? Just because he was given a good spot at the convention, politicians must be held accountable and have pressure applied or they won't do anything, especially the Democrats. Why would you say especially the Democrats? One side is applauding like literally wants to bring about a real genocide. The other's trying to work with both sides. And you say especially the Democrats should be pressured? Do y'all forget the fact there are Republicans in the House and the Senate who can forget the Republicans. There are Democrats and Republicans in the House and Senate who can override the will of the president. They can override a veto and pass a bill to support Israel. If you don't tell Republicans that you have a problem, how are you going to get anything done? You can't just bully one side. They'll just ignore you after a while. You have to show both sides are serious. Y'all aren't even reality, bro. Y'all are not living in reality. Like, politicians must be held accountable. So you're going to like try to torch her campaign in August? Did you just miss what happened last month when they tried to take out Uncle Trump? It looked like the end of America, bro. It looked like it was over. It looked like Trump was about to just win, bro. It looked like it was over, bro. And then Kamala steps up and this is what she gets in response? Y'all tweaking. But the person who said Hasan's chair is better than mine, that is true. Hasan has a much better chair. Mine is creaking and shit. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't lying, my boy. You telling the truth. That's actually that's one like factual critique I did see. Hasan does have a better chair. Okay, let's see. Damn, he missed my super chat. Hold up. No. We're not gonna let that happen. What did you say? Oh, GNRLMSKY. The fuck to say your name, broski? With a $10 super chat. SCOTUS is priority. Trump wins. Clarence and Alito will be replaced with young MAGA. Jesus Christ, that's facts. A generation will be lost. Kiss any possible progress goodbye. They gotta stop looking for perfect and focus on progress. I'm trying to tell them, bro. They don't want to listen to me, bro. They don't want to listen to what I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me read y'all's chats. I don't want to leave y'all in the dark. Hasan may have a better chair, but he doesn't have your charm. I appreciate the fact that you think I have charm. Yep, you do, but it's all a waste. That's why you guys got fucked up in Fallujah. Are you talking about the United States military or Al-Qaeda? Because I'm pretty sure we only lost 100 troops in Fallujah, and Al-Qaeda got like 3,000 troops bodied. So, I hope you're not talking about the U.S. because Fallujah was like, we didn't get fucked up. Like, oh, Marines and Army beefing in the comment section. Y'all need to get along. Y'all need to get along. Y'all do, bro. Y'all can't be doing this in 2024. Y'all beefing. Y'all are Army and Marines beefing. Y'all gotta chill. You know what? I need to stop looking at y'all's chats and assuming shit. I need to just let y'all talk for like 10 seconds and figure out what y'all are saying. Because I be going off on y'all and y'all don't even be mad at me and I be getting mad at y'all and it's so not fair. So I'm gonna just stop doing it. I promise, guys. I think calling Hasan anti-American is quite a step too far. I understand that you don't like some of his views, but he has a lot in common with you. Yeah, I mean, Hasan does have a lot in common with my views, but like, bro, Hasan is always going America bad. He's always supporting our geopolitical enemies. He's like, when it comes to foreign policy, he's always saying crazy shit. I'm like, why does he do that? Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't think Hasan would stay in America if there was a Trump presidency, bro. I think he would leave. I don't think he would stay. Bitter Brush with the $5 super chat. Keep up the good work. I've only found your videos recently. Keep tearing up the nut guzzlers. Hasan is anti-American, bro. Hasan be tweaking, bro. Like, he just be doing too much, like, anti-American hate. I'm just kidding. He's always just taking the side of our geopolitical adversaries, and I don't fuck with that. Anthony Orsini. That's a nice last name. Orsini. Like the Florentine family in the Renaissance. I fuck with that. Being critical of a very... were they Florentines or were they Romans? The Orsini family. I gotta look that one up. Being critical of a very influential political creator is definitely your right, but your arguments fall flat. No, they don't. I literally debunked everything Hasan said, though. Like, Hasan didn't say anything in reality. Like, what are we... Like, bro, are we really about to do this, bro? We should be critical of our politicians and dismiss mob mentality and examine what Harris spoke about. Have you ever, like, bro, here's the problem. Y'all gotta think that maybe you could be taking part in mob mentality. One of the most, like, frustrating lessons I had to learn about politics is that you can always be, like, you can always be the very thing you look down on. Like, at any moment, you can be a part of the mob. At any moment, you can be a consumer of misinformation. I'm sure there's something I believe in right now that's BS. I might not be able to think of it, but we all find ourselves believing in nonsense or being a part of the mob. He said there wasn't a lot of policy, but that's okay. I mean, bro, like, she's the vice president of an administration that already, like, got policy done. What do you... like, were y'all paying attention? Like, the policy's been done, my G. He says, I will definitely vote Harris. I assume most people here will. So will Hasan. I hope Hasan votes Harris, but he's just convinced 40,000 of his supporters that Harris does not support, like, basic, like, progressivism with one tweet. He's not trying to derail anything. He's making a point that's valid. No, nothing he said was rooted in reality, bro. That Harris does not support, a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants. Yes, they all do. All the Democrats do. That she doesn't, like, have a plan for, like, labor. They literally created 14 million jobs. That she doesn't care about infrastructure and she's just going to take all that money and put it toward the military. They passed the biggest infrastructure bill ever. Nothing Hasan said was rooted in... That's the only reason why I made the video. It's not that Hasan can critique Kamala, but when the entire tweet is lies, somebody gotta say something. Y'all can't just spread misinformation and just, like, that's not okay. Stop. Y'all can't be doing this, bro. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is like, bro, like, y'all tweaking. I know hating Hasan Piker is a cool thing to do, but there's a reason he has a huge following. Bro, like, it's not about being cool. I don't hate Hasan. It's just Hasan's easy to, like, critique because, bro, he be tweaking. What y'all want me to say? But there's a reason he has a huge following. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I was about to compare him to somebody that isn't a fair comparison. That's not right. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucked up. But just because he has a huge following doesn't mean he's like in the right. That's not how that works. Like argumentum ad populum or some shit. Some of us just want more of our politicians. And while Harris is infinitely better than Trump, the entire point of democracy and free speech is that we can criticize our leaders and influence them to be better. Bro, you're talking about democracy and freedom of speech? You know that if Trump wins, you could kiss both of those things goodbye? Y'all are derailing, Big Kamala. Now, I respect the response, but like, big dog, like, y'all are actively derailing the candidate standing in the way of the man who wants to take away democracy and free speech. And the problem with his tweet is everything he said was false. It was a lie. Now, 40,000 people are convinced that Kamala Harris is regressive or some shit. Regressive, or like not taking progressive values seriously. You do realize we can't afford for 40,000 people to think Kamala isn't about to stand on business? You know we can't afford that, right? With Dump over there, Donald Trump has lost so much momentum, but he's still, when it comes time to vote, his people gonna show up. We can't be like, bruh. We can't be doing this, bro. Like, bro, Hasan knows better, bro. Like, Hasan is, bro, he knows what he's doing, bro. Like, this nigga knows what he's doing. This guy says, you lost me. Congrats. See ya. When's the collab with Destiny, bro? Like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm not gonna read none of y'all's like, and I'm not gonna read y'all's comments actually insulting Hasan. I'm not even about to read that. Based Hasan, Kamala's on the side of genocide. I mean, I can't help y'all. Like, we're not delusional. We just have morals. Like, you are, bro. Like, you could kiss morals goodbye when Donnie gets in trouble, when he gets in power. Y'all can kiss all that goodbye. It's over with when Donnie gets up in there. So, alternate title, misunderstanding a tweet's intent in order to defend the military-industrial complex. Yes, I am a fan of the military-industrial complex. Without them, we don't have good weaponry, good ammunition. Yes, I love them. Thank you. And an active genocide. How? Your entire point this video is basically not to criticize a Democratic candidate, otherwise you risk losing the election. That is kind of true. The problem is, like, the critiques y'all are choosing are retarded, though. Like, it's dumb. Y'all are choosing really, really heated topics surrounded with misinformation and conveying it incorrectly to cost her votes. I'm not, okay. Am I saying you can't critique Kamala? Kind of, because, bro, it's go time. Y'all don't take Trump seriously. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all think this Trump shit is a joke. That's the problem. Y'all think it's a joke, bro. Trump could say anything and MAGA will never turn on Trump. Kamala don't say one thing y'all want and y'all blowing up the spot. Look at y'all. Bro, Trump could literally sacrifice 1,000 children to Molech and MAGA will find a way to explain it. Kamala doesn't say everything how y'all want her to say it and y'all trying to revolt. What's going on with y'all? Bro, am I missing something, chat? Like, bro, what the fuck is this? Your entire video is basically don't criticize a Democratic candidate, otherwise you risk losing the election. Yeah, did you not see what happened to Trump a month ago? It looked like he was about to win. If the tweet, bro, why can I not talk? If the tweet didn't resonate with people, it wouldn't have gained that amount of likes. So if Donald Trump tweets out today, the election was stolen, if it resonates with enough people, it's true? Bro, I'm about to shut down the stream, bro. Because I'm about to lose what I got left in my brain. Y'all see I can't even read. Y'all see I'm stumbling over my words. If I keep reading these comments, I might not be, bro, it might be the end for me, bro. You can't speak the truth because you think it might help Trump. Well, shit, if y'all could speak the truth, maybe. Y'all ain't even did that yet. Y'all can't even do the layup. Y'all trying to hit 3-pointers, talking about some you can't speak on the truth. If you could speak on the truth, maybe I wouldn't have a problem, but y'all can't even do that. How you about, bruh? Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, what we talking about, bro? Like, bro, they about to make me lose my brain, bro. I'm trying to cling to what's left of it, but they chipping away, bro. Like, they can't even, bro. Like, what we talking about, bro? Y'all ain't even speaking truth, and y'all hating on Kamala. At least get the facts right before you come for the boss. Y'all trying to come for the boss, and y'all don't even got the facts. Make it make sense. Like, bro, bro, like they tweet, like they got me tight, bro. Like, I'm really about to crash out, bro. You can't speak on the truth because you think it might help Trump. Like, y'all ain't telling the truth though. Y'all lying. If y'all were telling the truth, maybe, but y'all cap and y'all derailing Kamala. At least tell the truth if you're gonna derail the boss. Like, come on, bro. Like, make it make sense. The foreign policy segment of that speech was psychotic and way more status quo. What y'all want Kamala to say? I'm going to make sure the military is weaker than it's ever been. I'm going to make sure our alliance with NATO is weaker than it's ever been. I'm going to make sure Ukraine is incapable of protecting itself. That's what y'all want? Y'all want the opposite of what she's... Chat, give me a sec. I got to reset my brain. Okay. My brain is back on. The part I hate most about it is that it makes Wall's talk of being neighborly ring hollow. Be neighborly, but don't give up your lucrative weapons transfers at the expense of a race of people. Bro, Israel is not exterminating the Gazan people. But if they were, I would 100% like support not embargo, sanctioning Israel and like stopping any weapons transfers. But that's not what's happening. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, is it unfortunate what's happening in Gaza? Yes. Do I want it to stop? Yes. Is it an actual extermination attempt? No. Bro, y'all don't know what actually, like, y'all don't read nothing. That's why y'all believe dumb shit. As a leftist, I agree with him. The speech did nothing for me. We aren't trying to tank her campaign. We just want a seat at the table. Gee. There is no table if Trump wins. See, what's gonna happen is when Trump and them win, you, me, Hasan, Kamala, all of us, ain't no table, bro. It's gonna be Trump, Tucker, Kevin Roberts, Nick Fuentes, if you could get up in there. It's not gonna be us sitting at no table, bro. There is no table if Trump wins. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know Trump doesn't really take like disagreement very well. Like what are we talking about? Gee. There's no seat if we lose. Ain't no seat. I'm trying to tell y'all, ain't no seat if we lose. Like, bro, y'all are willing to compromise democracy for Gaza. Why would she give y'all a seat at the table? Y'all sound stupid. I see why she don't talk to y'all. I respect y'all for watching my video, but like, bro, y'all finna, bro. Be for real. You finna compromise democracy in the United States for Gaza? I'm concerned about the Gazan people, but if you think I'm about to sacrifice the United States for Gaza, you got it backwards. Why would the vice president want to entertain a faction willing to risk a Trump victory for Gaza? There's a balance here. We can support the Gazan people while simultaneously trying to make sure we have our country in order. But the problem is, if y'all get y'all's way, we don't get either. We crash out. Cause Trump ready to crash out. I understand what you're saying, but let's not forget you were a diehard Trumper, so you can't talk too much. I mean, I wasn't a diehard Trumper. I mean, bro, y'all niggas don't watch, like, y'all don't read and y'all don't even watch videos. I was a passive Trump voter. That's part of one of the reasons why I was able to leave MAGA so easily, because I wasn't that bought in. I wasn't on 4chan. That's crazy, black man on 4chan. I wasn't on 4chan. I wasn't on fucking... Is QAnon a website, or is it like just like is it like Black Twitter? It's like a community on Facebook. How does that work? Um, like I don't know. 90% civilian casualties is not a genocide, bro. What like is that even like true? 90% civilian casualties. Furthermore, like you do realize Gaza's densely packed. You also realize that people reporting the casualty number is like the Gaza Health Ministry, which is run by Hamas. Like it's not that it's like we gonna look that one up, but like no, it's not a genocide, bro. It's not. If it were, bro, you'd see a much stronger response from the global community. Oof, this channel either has a lot of growing up to do or hold up, let's go back to the Trump one. I was not diehard MAGA. Okay? I voted for Trump when I was 18 and I stopped supporting Trump when I was 21. like but this kind of logic is another thing. Like a lot of y'all left wingers are actually pussy for real. Because y'all will like tell former Trump supporters to stop talking, but y'all don't tell them Trump supporters to do shit. Y'all let them niggas run wild. Maveth the Reaper says, for $5 super chat, thank you very much. Hold up, I got two $5 super chats. I'm over fake lefties. MAGA sticks together, but we have people actively fighting our efforts to defeat Trump. That's what I'm saying. MAGA will follow Trump through, bro. Trump could commit genocide, and MAGA ain't going nowhere. If Trump get up in there and he blow up Gaza, bro, MAGA's never leaving, bro. Like, bro, they're never leaving. I'm telling y'all right now, bro. These numbnuts would rather have the guy that said the U.S. should target the families of terrorists in power than someone pushing for a ceasefire. Thank you, Lunatic Thinker, for the $5 super chat. Dude, I was all set to support your channel, but your facts are completely wrong. The global community is staunchly against Israel. No, they're not. Like, no, they're not. They've declared Netanyahu an international criminal. Okay, that's fine, but like the global community is not like staunchly against Israel. Netanyahu being an international like war criminal and the entire world being against Israel is not the same. The Arab world has always hated Israel, but the majority of the world is like critiquing Israel. But to pretend like the entire world is panicking over like a genocide is not true. I don't know why y'all like even like are like dead set on like bullshit. I could have sworn there were more comments than this. I don't understand where they are. I saw way better hate comments than this. Where the real G's at? What the fuck? All right, whatever. We have other topics to cover. We have RFK dropping out to support Trump like a bum, and then we have Kamala Harris's speech. So, RFK speech. RFK endorses Trump. Bro, this nigga's a disgrace to the Kennedy family. It doesn't get any worse than this. He think he did something too. This nigga's crazy. By the way, I don't have YouTube Premium or YouTube Prime on this account, so like we're totally fucked. Yes, there's no genocide in Gaza. I don't, bro, like y'all don't know what a genocide actually looks like. I saw someone say 30,000. Hold up. How many people have died in Gaza? What the fuck was that? Did y'all see that? Oh, y'all can't see that. Hold on. Y'all can. Hold up. So it says that about 40,000, more than 40,000 have been killed. Okay, how many people are in? How many people live in Gaza? What the fuck? All right. What the fuck? Hold up. One says there's 2.3 million people. Okay, not Gaza City. Gaza Strip. Okay, so we got 2 million people in the Gaza Strip. Here we go. I just completely spelled percentage wrong. Is like, let's say 45,000. So 2% of the people of Gaza have died on the battlefield, and we don't even know how many of them are civilians. Okay, so what percentage of Gaza deaths are Hamas? Because we don't even fucking know. What is the civilians casualty rate? What is the ratio of combat to civilian casualties in Gaza? Combat to civilian casualties. So, see, what's not about to happen is I'm not about to spew some shit and be like, not checking my fucking statements. So if I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong. What's the ratio of civilian to military? Okay, we're not reading a Times of Israel article explaining how many people have died. We need to actually read like a third-party source. And definitely, let's see what we're looking at here. I'm about to go Wikipedia on you niggas, bro. Bro. Y'all are delusional, bro. Y'all are literally delusional. Like, there was one point y'all niggas were saying there's more dead civilians in Gaza than Ukraine. Like, y'all are in a different reality, bro. Y'all are in a different reality. Like, I saw some of y'all saying more people have died in Gaza than Ukraine. Y'all are crazy, bro. I'm trying to find a fucking independent, because I'm looking at Wikipedia, and even Wikipedia has misinformation on this shit, saying more people have died in Gaza than Ukraine, which is like completely divorced from reality. So Hamas says 3,000 have died. The IDF says 12,000. These people are crazy, bro. Both sides are insane. It's probably somewhere between 5 to 8,000 combatant deaths. There's no way it's 3,000. There's no way it's 12,000. I mean, it's possible, but I doubt that 12,000 of them were combatants. Let's see. The problem with the death ratio is that Israel's the one saying it's 1 to 1 to 1, which is like I don't know if I believe that. And then the Gaza Health Ministry is constantly misrepresenting information. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a normal source. Okay. 2% dead is like I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's not a genocide. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, this is not a genocide. 40,000? 40,000 is a genocide to y'all? 2% of the population is a genocide? If they, you know what? If Israel really wanted to just wipe out the Gazan people, they could. They'd probably get sanctioned and invaded, which would be the right response. But, like, I'm sorry, this isn't a genocide, bro. Genocide isn't a numerical thing. Yes, it is. Yeah, bro, you can't say they're pushing them out of the Gaza Strip forever. That's a form of genocide, which would be ethnic cleansing. But they're not doing that. So your only other explanation would be they're killing too many, like, Palestinians. But, like, numbers show that's not the case. So how is it a genocide? The death toll is not 200,000. No, it's not. That's not possible. That's like half of the people America lost in World War II. You're delusional. You are out of your mind. That is literally half of the people we lost in World War II. And, like, bro, that's near, like, if you give another year, that would be Civil War levels of death. That's not happening right now. You're out of your mind. Some of y'all are not in reality, bro. You don't live in the real world. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. 200,000 are not dead. Thankfully. I'm glad that's not the case. This is not like World War II levels of death, bro. Genocide includes displacement. Can you like show hundreds of thousands of Palestinians being pushed out of the Strip and not being allowed to return? More than half of the Palestinian population are women and children. And do you think that because there's a whole bunch of women and children in Gaza, Israel's not allowed to wage war on Hamas? Innocent people die in war, bro. That's called war. Y'all didn't know that? Nigga said 200,000. It's not about the number. Okay. If the Israelis aren't forcing them out of the Strip, there's only one other form of genocide. Destroying the group with an intent to exterminate or to cause significant damage, like that would cause like massive levels of damage to the population. 40,000 is not enough for it to be a genocide. So if your argument is that they're not being pushed, if your argument is they're not being pushed out, and your argument is that they're being like mass killed, which they're not, like what is your argument? You can't say they're being forced out, because they're not. You can't say they're being exterminated, which they're not. What's your argument? Is your argument that like people are saying people in the Israeli government are genocidal? I'm not disagreeing with you. But the policy has to reflect the rhetoric. If the Israelis aren't actively exterminating them, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's not 40K, it's way higher. Based on who? You? Even Wikipedia is disputing you? Gee, 200,000 people are not dead in Gaza. The war is not capable of causing that many casualties. It's not even close to being as intense as a war in Ukraine. There are not 200,000 dead. Get over it. Wikipedia is wrong. You want to know why they thought more people in Gaza died than in Ukraine? Because we can't access the bodies of the dead Ukrainians. Guess who's got the territory? Russia. We don't like, what are you like? Y'all are delusional, bro. Like, dude, you sound like MAGA. That's not a fact. Just because Wikipedia says the sky is green doesn't mean the sky is green. Not everything on Wikipedia is true. I'm sorry. The more likely number is probably 50,000. And I'm being nice because the majority of accurate reports say 37 to 40,000. The problem is you guys don't like the number I'm giving you, so you're trying to stretch it to 200,000. It's not true. What are y'all saying about the definition of genocide? Oh my God. Y'all are retarded. The deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim to destroy. You do realize that in a war, you're going to kill significant amounts of people of a group. Not every war is a genocide. With this, y'all are trying to force definitions that don't work. By this definition, every war in history is a genocide. Do you understand the problem with this definition? Do you understand the problem with saying, use the definition of genocide? The problem is, you have to actually try to exterminate the group or cause disproportionate harm. You can't just say, they're killing Palestinians. Yeah, that's war. Palestinians are going to get blown up. You just lost me because your old MAGA self is coming out? Bye. Like, I don't give a fuck if you stay or leave. What the fuck? There's nothing MAGA about me. What does MAGA have to do with being rational about a foreign conflict? That's the problem with y'all, is you can't actually think logically. If you hear something you don't like that other people say that you disagree with, it must be MAGA. Think for 1 second, my G. Think. This has nothing to do with MAGA. More than likely, there aren't 200,000 dead. If it's 40,000, but the population is 2 million, that's not a genocide. Here's the problem that y'all don't understand. You can want peace in Palestine without it being a genocide. This is the part y'all don't get. You can say, whoa, a lot of people have died in Gaza. We want this to stop without using the word genocide. You can have both. When you try to misrepresent conflicts to be something they're not, do you know what ends up happening? Words lose meaning and it becomes harder to actually stop genocides. Stop misusing words to get the outcome you want. Just say, hey, we feel like a lot of people are dying in Gaza. The conflict could spiral out of control. Let's put a stop to this. Using the word genocide is so unnecessary. Like, it's so unnecessary. I don't think you're MAGA. I'm seriously asking. I'm not talking about you. It's definitely a genocide, though. Based on what? Based on what? Based on the international definition of genocide? Like, what? Because people in the group are dying, it's a genocide? Like, y'all do know a lot of Japanese civilians got bombed in World War II. Were we trying to exterminate them? Okay, here's what I'll say to all the people arguing it's a genocide. When we bombed the people of Dresden, when we firebombed Tokyo, was that a genocide? Were we trying to exterminate the Japanese? Simple question. Japan had an army and an air force. Hamas is an actual militant group that's capable of combat. What the fuck are you talking about? So because the group is more capable of defending itself, it's entitled to attack Israel? Okay, so because the Gazans aren't as capable of warfare, they should be able to attack Israel and cause the biggest loss of life since the Holocaust. And Israel should not be allowed to destroy Hamas because Hamas isn't as strong as the Japanese military in World War II? What are y'all talking about? Y'all are just saying dumb shit. What the fuck are y'all saying, bro? Wasted Poe, for all the pro-Palestine people in chat, take Wasted Poe off y'all's team. He tripping. Take him off y'all's team. He can't play for y'all no more. Get him off the court. Sub him out. He doing too much. He trash. Sub him out. Somebody else from the pro-Palestine part of chat come in the game. Sub him out because he trash. I'll argue with y'all, but sub him out. You literally know nothing about this entire issue. You haven't done a single bit of research on this. You're embarrassing yourself. Gee, you said Hamas was a ragtag group. They killed 1,000 civilians. Maybe you're the one who doesn't know anything. You're the one arguing that because Japan was more armed, the US was more entitled to blow up tens of thousands of them. Do you believe that the more armed a group of people are, the more entitled you are to kill off a bunch of their civilians? Is that what you're saying? Sounds to me like you're coming up with an actual justification for possibly attempted genocide. Wasted Poe. Hey, look, somebody from the pro-Palestine side, sub him out. Aaron Nance, you're not blocked. Sub him out, G. Cause like I don't mind pro-Palestine people, but y'all gotta send y'all's best. Like y'all can't send dudes who can't even score a layup. Okay? Like y'all gotta sub him out. Y'all gotta put somebody else on the court. He's not good. Like look at the chart comparing the 1,000 deaths to Palestine deaths. The Palestine deaths before and after October 7th absolutely dwarf. So, like, Okay, a terrorist group commits the biggest terror attack, the biggest loss of life since the Holocaust, one of the biggest terror attacks of all time. And somehow you're supposed to like, so it's like tit for tat. You think war goes like this. You kill 1,000 of mine, so I'll kill 1,000 of yours, then we like dap it up and call it a day? Is that what you think? You're a retard. Let me find somebody else on the pro-Palestine team who's actually a real G. You're drunk if you think 1,000 is the biggest loss of life. That's what they're saying. Hold on. They're saying, apparently everyone's saying that October 7th was the biggest attack on Jewish people since the Holocaust. I could be wrong, but that's what everyone else is saying. It was the biggest attack on Jews since the Holocaust. Uh like the problem is like, if you think that, then you know nothing about world history or even current history. I mean, G, you've gotten absolutely destroyed the entire conversation. You're getting your ass whooped, G. Like, instead of saying you know nothing, just chill, just relax. Here's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can be in support of a ceasefire without using the word genocide. I'm with y'all. I'm totally with y'all on the ceasefire. I want the ceasefire. I think we can work toward a 67 border. I think 67 borders is actually like realistic. That's what I want. I just don't think saying genocide and trying to like call Kamala Harris like a genocide supporter is just not helping. Like, where are we going with this? You have no knowledge or facts on your side. Since you have no knowledge, you all you have are ad hominem. You were the one who started saying I didn't know anything. You were the one who were like, you know nothing. I'm just matching your energy, broski. All right, I've had enough time arguing with the pro-Palestine people. Time to talk about RFK. Okay. All I'm saying is like Palestine and the surrounding Arabs have to realize like y'all aren't beating Israel. It's been like this is like y'all's fourth attempt at trying to destroy them. Every single attempt has failed. Like I say give the Palestinians the 67 borders. I think they deserve that. I think Israel colonizing the West Bank but expecting no kind of pushback is unfair. I think that's unrealistic. Like we don't here's a problem. I don't like the only thing I'm not going to do is say from the river to the sea. Like I don't believe in the dissolution of Israel, but I do want the 67 borders. I'm with y'all. Like I want like the Palestinians to have self-determination. The problem is y'all are just unreasonable about it. Awesome with the $20 super chat. People also forget, technically speaking, Israel put Hamas in charge of Palestine. There was already a ruling party that wasn't sitting pretty with Israel. I mean, yeah. From what I've heard is that the powers that be in Israel, went about trying to enable Hamas. It's a messy situation, bro. The problem is Israel is not just its leaders, it's also an entity of its own that we have obligations to. So even if we obviously we have to take into account the fact that people like Netanyahu probably do want Hamas in power because it delegitimizes the goals of the Palestinian people, right? If you're Netanyahu and you're tired of Palestinians living on the West Bank and in Gaza, you're going to do everything in your power to delegitimize the Palestinian people, even if it means enabling Hamas. If that's entirely true. The problem is October 7th happened on Netanyahu's watch. So now he looks a little, he doesn't really look so fly anymore. So Hamas took power in 2005. There's been no election since. I mean, on one hand, like, here's the problem. The Palestinian people mostly supported October 7th. And then on top of that, they didn't really oust Hamas. So it's like we have to contend with the fact that the Palestinian people on some level feel like Hamas represents their concerns. So we got to meet them where they are, right? Like, we can't just say, oh, Palestinians are crazy, But we also can't be like, we can't assume that, like, Hamas doesn't have unrealistic goals or the Palestinians don't have unrealistic goals, They have legitimate concerns, and they also have goals that are just, like, completely divorced from reality. Like, from the river to the sea is not going to happen. All right, RFK time. Time to see what the currently most famous member of the Kennedy clan is up to. Hold on, we have an ad. I gotta let the ad go because I didn't pay for YouTube Premium. Oh, Prime, my bad. YouTube Prime. I didn't pay for that, so. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. There goes YouTube saying YouTube Premium. I'm not buying it, not yet. I don't really feel like buying it. Late night when you need my love. All right, let's watch this stuff, guys. Let's see what RFK has to say. You know what's crazy about RFK? This man literally sat there. This man literally sat there and said, he's not taking his name off the ballot. He about to take votes from Trump. What the fuck? Why would you endorse Trump and then say, by the way, my name's still gonna be on the ballot? Like, what the like? Why would you do that? If you're gonna support Trump, support Trump. Don't be no like sabotaging ass nigga. Like, I support him, but my name's still on the ballot. It's crazy. That's just disrespectful. Like, RFK is a whole ass nigga for that. RFK is a grifter. I think he really believes the bullshit. RFK is a bum. He is a bum, man. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm not sure if RFK is a real person. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if he's really, like, real. Like sometimes I'm, like, wondering if he's actually a real person, bro. He's only staying on the ballot in non-swing states. If he says that, I'll believe. You know what? I'll be graceful to him and believe that. But I don't know if I believe that, though. Wait, hold up. That's still kind of, because the only people that are going to really vote for RFK are Trump supporters. He's Trump adjacent. He's still fucking it up for Trump. What the fuck?
I attended my first Democratic convention at the age of 6 in 1960.
Bro remembers that?
Back then, the Democrats were the champions of the Constitution.
Bruh, I'm sorry to interrupt him already, but y'all know Trump. I know we already know this, but Trump called for the termination of the Constitution. This man's a disgrace to the Kemley. This man's a disgrace to the Kennedy name. Chat, what the fuck is this?
Civil rights. The Democrats stood against authoritarianism, against censorship, against colonialism, imperialism, and unjust wars. We were the party of labor, of the working class. The Democrats were the party of government transparency and the champion of the environment. Our party was the bulwark against big money interests and corporate power. True to its name, it was the party of democracy. As you know, I left that party in October because it had departed so dramatically from the core values that I grew up with.
You can't be serious, bro. So Trump gets to cozy up to Putin and Kim Jong-un and RFK doesn't care? Trump gets to literally... Bro, I hate to, like, pull a page out of Destiny's book, but, bro, hold up. Donald Trump, Chrissy Teigen. Because we not about to let RFK get away with this. So, I found this out through Destiny. Apparently, Chrissy Teigen called Donald Trump a pussy-ass bitch. And he tried to get the White House to take the tweet down by contacting Twitter. Bro, RFK, I'm not about to let you get away with this one. I'm sorry, bro. We gotta stand on. What the fuck? Rolling Stone trying to tax a nigga. We not. Oh, no, hell no. Let's see if Vanity Fair supports our endeavors. Let's see if the... Wow, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You see how a women-based website supports us and lets us read... Hold up. Oh, shit. We can't even read the article. Damn. Oh, damn. Okay. That was too soon. Let's see if Wikipedia knows what we're talking about. Damn. Okay. Shit. Let's see if the government has a page on this. Fuck. Damn. Y'all got me sound like Thugnificent. Okay, the point still stands, right? Donald Trump and that fucking MAGA White House tried to get some person you owe Rolling Stone. Do I owe them? I don't owe them niggas money, bro. Like, look, check it out. They tried to take down that tweet. RFK is just like, look at the tie. Look at his tie. Look at his tie. Like, bro, like, this nigga got a tie with a cord coming. Look at this nigga. Hold up, bro. This chat. This is his tie. This is his tie. Look at this tie, bro. What the fuck? Look at this nigga's tie, bro. This shit is literally just a string. Hold up. Kennedy family, how y'all let this happen? What the fuck is his tie? Yo! Broski. This is unacceptable. This can't stand. This can't fly. Let's keep watching.
It had become the party of war, censorship, corruption, big pharma, big tech, big ag, and big money. When it abandoned democracy by canceling the primary to conceal the cognitive decline of the sitting president, I left.
A nigga with a worm in his... Hold up, bro. A nigga with worms dancing in his brain. Now, I mean, all of that going on, and you talking about cognitive decline? They Soldier Boy tell him in his brain, he talking about the cognitive decline of Biden. What the fuck?
The party to run as an independent. The mainstream of American politics and journalism derided my decision. Conventional wisdom said that it would be impossible even to get on the ballot as an independent because each state poses an insurmountable tangle of arbitrary rules for collecting signatures. I would need over 1 million signatures, something no presidential candidate in history had ever achieved. And then I'd need a team of attorneys and millions of dollars to handle all the legal challenges from the DNC. The naysayers told us that we were climbing a glass version of Mount Impossible. So the first thing I want to tell you is that we proved them wrong. We did it because beneath the radar of mainstream media organs, we inspired a massive independent political movement. More than 100,000 volunteers sprang into action, hopeful that they could reverse our nation's decline. Many worked 10-hour days, sometimes in blizzards and blazing heat. They sacrificed family time, personal commitments, and sleep month after month, energized by a shared vision of a nation healed of its divisions. They set up tables at churches and farmers' markets. They canvassed door to door. In Utah and in New Hampshire, volunteers collected.
I'm sorry, bro. Imagine giving up 10 hours of your life for RFK. Hold up, bro. I gotta sue not just RFK, but the whole Kennedy family. I gotta sue RFK Sr. for letting this man even come out. Bro, hold up. He might have paid respect to RFK Sr., but somebody gotta pay my legal. Somebody gotta pay me. 10 hours of my life for RFK? 10-hour days for RFK to drop out and endorse Dump? So hold up. Somebody got to make this right. Somebody got to reinvest in me. Somebody got to bring that money back. 10 hours, bro, for this nigga to endorse Trump? Hey, look, bro. God bless me for not working for Kennedy.
Signatures in snowstorms, convincing each supporter to stop in the frigid cold, to take off their gloves, and to sign legibly. During a heat wave in Nevada, I met a tall, athletic volunteer who cheerfully told me that he had lost 25 pounds collecting signatures in 117-degree heat. To finance this effort, young Americans donated their lunch money, and senior citizens gave up part of their Social Security checks. Our 50-state organization.
The lunch money? But they gave up the Lunchables and the Dino Nuggets and the No. No, not the lunchable paychecks. Bro got the Gogurt checks, and this nigga spoiling on Trump. Hey, yo, hold up, bro. This nigga got money donated to him from seniors, and bro. This nigga took money from the youngins, bro. Like, bro, lunch money, bro. This nigga took the lunch money, the Ritz crackers, the cheese, and the ham. This nigga, but what the fuck? Yo, you can't make up RFK, bro. You can't write this. You can't write this, bro. You know what's crazy? This nigga took lunch money from... This nigga accepted kids' lunch money, apparently, as he supports a candidate whose party is trying to take away free lunch for kids at school. Bro, RFK tweaking. He tweaking. You would think after somebody gives you the lunchable paycheck, right? You think when you get the Gogurt, when that Gogurt money hit right in the bank account, you would assume like you would work toward a party that would, repay the motherfuckers who paid you. Cause you don't want you know what I'm saying? You don't want them being upset. You don't want your supporters being upset. You take them lunchable paychecks and you do that? This is crazy. Broski took the nigga took the ramen noodle paycheck and he blew it on Trump. This is crazy. How does this chat? How? Like,
collected those.
Bro, we not finna watch this in slow motion. RK, speed it up. Because you saying bullshit regardless. So we ain't about to lose brain cells trying to goddamn.
Those millions of signatures and more. No presidential campaign in American political history has ever done that. And so I want to thank all of those dedicated volunteers and congratulate the campaign staff who coordinated this enormous logistical feat. Your accomplishments were regarded as impossible. You carried me up that glass mountain. You pulled off a miracle. You achieved what all the pundits said could never be done. You have my deepest gratitude, and I'm never going to forget that, not just for what you did for my campaign, but for the sacrifices you made because you love our country.
Yeah, I'm speeding them up, bro. I can't do like 48 minutes of bro, like, y'all want me to put it back slower? I don't know if I can do that, bro. It's too hard. Pause.
You showed everyone that democracy is still possible here. It continues to serve.
What? Bro, how are you complaining about democracy and you support...
in the press and in the idealistic human energies that still thrive beneath the canvas of neglect and of official and institutional corruption. Today, I'm here to tell you that I will not allow your efforts to go to waste. I'm here to tell you that I will leverage your tremendous accomplishments to serve the ideals that we share, the ideals of peace, of prosperity, of freedom, of health, all the ideals that motivated my campaign. I'm here today to describe the path forward that you have opened with your commitment and with your hard labors. Now, in an honest system, I believe that I would have won the election. In a system that my father and my uncles thrived in, a system with open debates, with fair primaries, with regularly scheduled debates, with fair primaries, and with a truly independent media untainted by government propaganda and censorship. In a system of nonpartisan courts and elections.
You would have got blown out by Trump. What the fuck is you talking about? You not being allowed to debate Biden and Trump saved your ass. You think you finna...
boards, everything would be different. After all, the polls consistently showed me beating each of the other candidates, both in favorability and also in head-to-head matchups. But I'm sorry to say that while democracy may still be alive at the grassroots, it has become little more than a slogan for our political institutions, for our media, and for our government, and most sadly at all for me, the Democratic Party. In the name of saving democracy, the Democratic Party set itself to dismantling it, lacking confidence in its candidate, that its candidate could win in a fair election at the voting booth. The DNC waged continual legal warfare against both President Trump and myself. Each time that our volunteers turned in those towering boxes of signatures needed to get on the ballot, the DNC dragged us into court, state after state, attempting to erase their work and to subvert the will of the voters who had signed those petitions. It deployed DNC-aligned judges to throw me and other candidates off the ballot and to throw President Trump in jail. It ran a sham primary that was rigged to prevent any serious challenge to President Biden. Then, when a predictably bungled debate performance precipitated the palace coup against President Biden, the same shadowy DNC operatives appointed his successor.
Hold on a second. Let's see if RFK is telling the truth. Democrats sue RFK off the ballot. What did this man do? Okay, here's what they're saying he did. They're saying in the North Carolina Democratic Party has challenged the state election board's recent decision to recognize a new political party that will put Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on the state's presidential ballots. A new political party? Isn't he trying to run as a Democrat? In the complaint filed in the Wake County Superior Court, lawyers representing the Democratic Party alleged that Kennedy's campaign evaded tougher standards for independent candidates to get on the ballot, 6 times as many signatures by masquerading as a political party in violation of state law. Petition instructions of We the People stated the party's purpose was to put Kennedy on the ballot. What is this ad? The complaint contends, according to the Democratic Party's lawyers, that's not a permissible purpose under state law. And Kennedy needed to follow the rules for independent candidates. So did he just break the rules? Bro. What did he do? Hold up. Let's reread this. They say he evaded tougher standards for independent candidates to get on the ballot, 6 times as many signatures by masquerading as a political party in violation of state law. Oh, that was a crazy ad. What was that ad, bro? That was like a weight loss ad. That's that Ozempic shit. Okay, let me not say that. Let me not, because I don't want AP News to come after me. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't. What is RFK, bro? Let's see. RFK Democratic Party candidate? Is he a part of the We the People Party? Oh, he's a third party? Did he follow the rules or not? They're saying he didn't. So what happened? What happened? Did he actually complain about them trying to arrest Trump? I'm going to assume RFK doesn't know about the electors plot. The scheme to steal the election. I'm going to assume RFK doesn't know. I'm not going to assume he's smart but chooses to just like lie. I'm just going to say he doesn't know, because I don't even think he's living in reality. So let's just say he doesn't know.
Also, without an election, they installed a candidate who was so unpopular with voters that she dropped out in 2020 without winning a single delegate. My uncle and my father both relished debate. They prided themselves on their capacity to go toe-to-toe with any opponent in the battle over ideas. They would be astonished to learn of a Democratic Party presidential nominee who, like Vice President Harris, has not appeared in a single interview or an unscripted encounter with voters for 35 days. This is profoundly undemocratic. How are people to choose when they don't know whom they are choosing? And how can this look?
RFK, you can try all you want, but you think your uncle and your father would be fans of Donald Trump's election scheme? RFK is a disgrace, bro. There's no way his family, like, there's no way his family is proud of this. This is so sad, bro.
To the rest of the world. My father and my uncle were always conscious of America's image abroad because of our nation's role as the template for democracy, the role model for democratic processes, and the leader of the free world. Instead of showing us her substance and character, the DNC and its media organs engineered a surge of popularity for Vice President Harris based upon, well, nothing. No policies, no interviews.
When it comes to making a difference in this race, even $5 will do the trick. $5 helps Team Harris Walls train volunteers, open field offices, and fight for the future we all deserve.
Do I skip
Let's be
Tim?
clear,
I'm not
this will
gonna
be a very
skip Tim.
tight race. And while $5 may not seem like much, it adds up quickly when strong supporters like you pitch in. The football coach in me knows we can win big in November if we do it as a team. So Kamala and I need each and every one of you on our side of the field. All it takes is $5. I hope you'll join our team today.
Okay, let's skip that, because you know how YouTube do. If you don't press skip, they'll give you another ad, and before you know it, you've turned 80 years old, and you're like RFK. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Only smoke and mirrors and balloons in a highly reduced Chicago circus. There, in Chicago, a string of Democratic speakers mentioned Donald Trump 147 times just on the first day. Well, who needs a policy when you have Trump to hate? In contrast, at the RNC convention, President Biden was mentioned only twice in 4 days. I do interviews every day. Many of you have interviewed me. Anybody who asks gets to interview me. Some days I do as many as 10. President Trump, who actually was nominated and won an election, also does interviews daily.
Didn't Trump dodge every debate? Okay. He dodged every Republican nominee debate. He ducked Nikki Haley for months. This RFK just a liar.
How did the Democratic Party choose a candidate that has never done an interview or debate during the entire election cycle? We know the answers. They did it by weaponizing the government agencies. They did it by abandoning democracy. They did it by suing the opposition and by disenfranchising American voters. What most alarms me isn't how the Democratic Party conducts its internal affairs or runs its candidates. What alarms me is the resort to censorship and media control and the weaponization of the federal agencies. When a U.S. president colludes with or outright coerces media companies to censor political speech, it's an attack on our most sacred right of free expression, and that's the very right upon which all of our other constitutional rights rest. President Biden mocked Vladimir Putin's 88% landslide in the Russian elections, observing that Putin and his party controlled the Russian press and that Putin prevented serious opponents from appearing on the ballot. But here in America, the DNC also prevented opponents from appearing on the ballot. And our television networks exposed themselves as Democratic Party organs over the course of more than a year in a campaign where my poll numbers reached at times in the high 20s. The DNC-aligned mainstream media networks maintain a near-perfect embargo on interviews with me. During his 10-month presidential campaign in 1992, Ross Perot gave 34 interviews on mainstream networks. In contrast, during the 16 months since I declared, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, and CNN combined gave only 2 live interviews from me. Those networks instead ran a continuous deluge of hit pieces with inaccurate, often vile, pejoratives and defamatory smears. Some of those same networks colluded with the DNC to keep me off the debate stage. Representatives of those networks are in this room right now, and I'll just take a moment to ask you to consider the many ways that your institutions have abdicated this really sacred responsibility, the duty of a free press to safeguard democracy and to challenge always the party in
Wait, is Jill Stein on the ballots?
power. Instead of maintaining that posture of fear and skepticism toward authority, your institutions have made themselves government mouthpieces and stenographers for the organs of power. You didn't alone cause the devolution of American democracy, but you could have prevented it. The Democratic Party's censorship of social media was even more of a naked exercise of executive power. This week, a federal judge, Terry Doty, upheld my injunction against President Biden, calling the White House's censorship project, quote, the most egregious violation of the First Amendment in the history of the United States of America. Doty's previous 155-page decision details how, just 37 hours after he took the oath of office, swearing to uphold the Constitution, President Biden and his White House opened up a portal and then invited the CIA, the FBI, CISA, which is a censorship agency, it's the center of the censorship industrial complex, DHS, the IRS, and other agencies to censor me and other political dissidents on social media. Even today, users who try to post my campaign videos to Facebook or YouTube get messages that this content violates community standards. 2 days after Judge Doty rendered his decision this week, Facebook was still attaching warning labels to an online petition calling on ABC to include me in the upcoming debate. They said that violates community standards, their community standards. The mainstream media was once the guardian of the First Amendment and democratic principles, and it's joined this systemic attack on democracy. It also, the media justifies their censorship.
This is the most selfish man I've ever seen in my life. Things aren't going the way I want. Democracy is under attack. But Trump is going to welcome me into his campaign and into his administration. So every literal attack he made on the Capitol and democracy, all good. No big deal. I don't care. It's all good. This man's selfish. He hasn't said anything about Trump's attack on democracy. We're 14 minutes in. He's just yapping.
The White House don't seem to care at all. Our moral authority and our economy are in shambles. And the war gave rise to the emergence of BRICS, which now threatens to replace the dollar as the global reserve currency. This is a first-class calamity for our country.
With what, the ruble that's crashing right now? What the fuck is this nigga talking
Judging
about?
by her bellicose, belligerent speech last night in Chicago, we can assume that President Harris will be an enthusiastic advocate for this and other neocon military adventures. And President Trump says that he will reopen negotiations with President Putin and end the war overnight as soon as he becomes president. This alone would justify my support for his campaign.
Yo! Chat! 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 He thinks Trump can end the war in one day. I can end the war. I got indicted. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Trump was, but that nigga said, Trump is a funny. Hey, that nigga said, I got indicted. Hey, this nigga said Trump could end the war in a day. Bro. What the fuck is happening? This nigga's delusional. I can't sit here and say he knows better because there's worms in his brain doing this, now, well, I mean, I don't know. I ain't even realize my shirt was tucked in. That's crazy. They over there, bro, like, he got worms in his brain. Soldier Boy, tell him. Like, I can't say he does. I can't say he knows better. What am I basing that off of? Bro said Trump and them gonna end the war in a day. According to who? Trump? Trump, let me tell y'all something, bro. If Trump tries to withhold Ukraine aid in exchange for a ceasefire, bro, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna tell Trump, bye. And you know who's gonna keep funding the war in Ukraine to support Ukraine? Europe. If Trump does that, he's gonna look like an idiot on a global level. Like, what are we talking about, bro? This nigga RFK is just like, bro. Like, he's out of his. I see why the Kennedy clan don't support him, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's like Madara. Like, the Uchiha clan said, bro, you gotta go, bro. You doing too much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the Uchiha clan had to let go of Madara. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let broski go. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep everybody. You feel me, bro? Like, RFK really tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's on, bro, you forget what Hunter Biden had. Hunter Biden might have been getting high, but RFK's up there with RFK up there with Krishna, Vishnu, Jesus, all of them, bro. He up there. He up there for real. You know what I'm saying? He up there with Thor, Zeus. You know what I'm saying? He up there with them for real, bro. He chilling with them gods, bro. I don't know what RFK is on, but it's different. It's on a different level from whatever Hunter had, bro. He really up there for real. You know what I'm saying? RFK on that different shit, bro. I don't know what they sold him, but whatever he got, it's that real shit. I bet Joe Rogan's backpedaling right now. Bro, I don't know. Joe Rogan just had Peter Thiel on the Teal, or however the fuck you say his weird ass name. Bro, he has Peter Thiel. Fuck that nigga's name. Peter Thiel on this show. Bro, Joe Rogan has gone full on right wing, bro. It's too late, bro. RFK is perfect for the crazy MAGA. Yeah, bro. Like, all he's about to do is fuck up the Trump campaign. He ain't doing shit to Kamala Harris. That's why I'm glad Kamala never spoke to this nigga, because he was trying to fuck everything up.
Last summer, it looked like no candidate was willing to negotiate a quick end to the Ukraine war, to tackle chronic disease epidemic, to protect free speech, our constitutional freedoms, to clean corporate influence out of our government, or to defy the neocons and their agenda of endless military adventurism. But now one of the two candidates has adopted these issues as his own, to the point where he has asked to enlist me in his administration. I'm speaking, of course, of Donald Trump. Less than 2 hours after President Trump narrowly escaped assassination, Callie Means called me on my cell phone. I was then in Las Vegas. Callie is arguably the leading advocate for food safety, for soil regeneration, and for ending the chronic disease epidemic that is destroying America's health and ruining our economy. Callie has exposed the insidious corruption at the FDA, the NIH, the HHS, and the USDA that has caused the epidemic. Callie had been working on and off for my campaign, advising me on those subjects since the beginning. And those subjects have been my primary focus for the last 20 years. I was delighted when Callie told me that day that he had also been advising President Trump. He told me President Trump was anxious to talk to me about chronic disease and other subjects, and to explore avenues of cooperation. He asked if I would take a call from the president. President Trump telephoned me a few minutes later, and I met with him the following day. A few weeks later, I met again with President Trump and his family members and closest advisors in Florida. In a series of long, intense discussions, I was surprised to discover that we are aligned on many key issues. In those meetings, he suggested that we join forces as a unity party. We talked about Abraham Lincoln's team of rivals. That arrangement would allow us to disagree publicly and privately, and fiercely if need be, on issues over which we differ, while working together on the existential issues upon which we are in concordance. I was a ferocious critic of many of the policies during his first administration, and there are still issues and approaches upon which we continue to have very serious differences.
Yo, Morrowind fan is tweaking right now, bro. Yo. Yeah, like, bro, this is tough to watch, bro. This nigga's just lying.
We are aligned with each other on other key issues, like ending the forever wars, ending the childhood disease epidemic,
ending the forever wars. Imagine RFK fool ass walking up in some kind of room with Zelensky and Putin talking shit. Shut your ass up. Ain't nobody listening to you. Trump on his last leg. It take about 10 HP for him to do this. It take about 20 HP to him for him to do all three. What you two about to do? Stop. End the forever wars. As if somehow or another the war in Ukraine and the war in Iraq is the same shit. What the fuck is we talking about? This thing just be saying shit. Just be saying shit. He off that skooma. You know what I'm saying? He off that skooma, bro. Like, real talk, bro.
Protecting freedom of speech, unraveling the corporate capture of our regulatory agencies, getting the U.S. intelligence agencies out of the business of propagandizing and censoring and surveilling Americans, and interfering with our elections. Following my first discussion with President Trump, I tried unsuccessfully to open similar discussions with Vice President Harris. Vice President Harris declined to meet or even to speak with me. Suspending my candidacy is a heart-rending decision for me, but I'm convinced that it's the best hope for ending the Ukraine war and ending the chronic disease epidemic that is eroding our nation's vitality from the inside. And for...
Hey, Rashad, are you black or did you turn black? I don't know. Somebody should look into that. I don't even know the answer. Somebody should look into that. Somebody should. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I did turn black one day, just like Kamala. Me and Kamala met in the same place. They did the ritual and we turned black.
Finally, protecting free speech. I feel a moral obligation to use this opportunity to save millions of American children, above all things. In case some of you don't realize how dire the condition is, our children's health and chronic disease in general, I would urge you to view Dr. Carlson's recent interview with Callie Means and his sister, Dr. Casey Means, who is the top graduate of her class at Stanford Medical School. This is an issue that affects all of us far more directly and urgently than any culture war issue. And all the other issues that we obsess on and that are tearing apart our country. This is the most important issue. Therefore, it has the potential to bring us together So let me share a little bit about why I believe it's so urgent. Today, two-thirds, we spend more on healthcare than any country on earth, twice what they pay in Europe. And yet we have the worst health outcomes of any nation in the world. We're about 79th in health outcomes behind Costa Rica and Nicaragua and Mongolia and other countries. Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. And during the COVID epidemic, we had the highest body count of any country in the world. We had 16% of the COVID deaths, and we only have 4.2% of the world's population. And CDC says that's because we are the sickest people on earth. We have the highest chronic disease rate on earth. And the average American who died from COVID had 3.8 chronic diseases. So these were people who had immune system collapse, who had mitochondrial dysfunction. And no other country has anything like this. Two-thirds of American adults and children suffer from chronic health issues.
Yeah, when Joe Biden said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black," I had an epiphany. I realized something was wrong, and from there I made a change. And since then, I've been on the right path.
50 years ago, that number was less than 1%. So we've gone from 1% to 66%. In America, 74% of Americans are now overweight or obese, and 50% of our children. 120 years ago, when somebody was obese, they were sent to the circus. There were case reports done about them. Obesity was almost unknown. In Japan, childhood obesity rate is 3% compared to 50% here. Half of Americans have prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. When my uncle was president, I was a boy. Juvenile diabetes was effectively non-existent. A typical pediatrician would see one case of diabetes during his entire career, a 40 or 50-year career. Today, 1 out of every 3 kids who walks through his office door is diabetic or pre-diabetic. And the mitochondrial disorder that caused diabetes, also causing Alzheimer's, which is now classified as diabetes. And it's costing this country more than our military budget every year. There's been an explosion of neurological illnesses that I never saw as a kid: ADD, ADHD, speech delay, language delay, Tourette syndrome, narcolepsy, ASD, Asperger's, autism.
I'm not gonna lie, me speeding him up actually was the nicest thing I could ever do, because now he actually sounds more coherent. Now, if we got them...
In the year 2000, the autism rate was 1 in 1,500.
This is a Kizik shoe. It's a hands-free shoe that you just slip right on.
Pause. Why is that? That was a crazy
After years
ad.
of development, we have come up with...
Pause.
Now, autism rates in kids are 1 in 36, according to CDC nationally. Nobody's talking about this. 1 in every 22 kids in California has autism. And this is a crisis that 77% of our kids are too disabled to serve in the United States military. What is happening to our country? And why isn't this in the headlines every single day? There's nobody else in the world that is experiencing this. This is only happening in America. About 18%, and by the way, you know, there has been...
Where does he endorse dump? Where is that at?
Paying for Ozempic, which...
I skip it, and immediately I skip to Ozempic. Okay, enough Ozempic. Where's Donnie?
And I had 7 kids myself.
I was Christ. He's got 7. There's 7 RFKs.
Through deep prayer that they promoted, but because they were able to times as much.
Oh my God! Where did this man say it? Okay, we got MAGA in the chat. We got MAGA. We got the MAGA. Okay. Oh my God, bro. Let's get to the main event of the evening. It's time. Yeah, we not about to goddamn. Because we know he endorsed Trump, but he doing too much bullshit, talking about all this other shit. Nigga, tell us about how you're endorsing Trump. We don't want to hear all this other shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I can only listen to RFK attempt to talk for so long. I'm outside in the AMG. Right outside, TT. Two-turn, baby girl, you know me. Yeah. Oh, snap. I just got a shawty of a Finsta. Just the one a hoodie, it's a Crenshaw. Hold up. We're gonna watch the 38-minute version of Kamala's speech. We're gonna put it on HD because the boss. We gonna give the boss treatment. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stand on boss business. Discord coming soon next month. You know what I'm saying? Rashad Crenshaw, you should watch Adam Kinzinger. Bro, fuck. Y'all know what I mean. His speech is quite short. Yeah, I gotta watch that because I fuck with him. That's I fuck with him heavy. That's he's one of the OGs. Two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.
USA.
Okay.
USA.
We gotta get to some business. Okay. Thank you all. Okay. Thank you. Please. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, let's get to business. All right. So let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug, for being an incredible partner to me, an incredible father to Cole and Ella, and happy anniversary, Dougie. I love you so very much. To our President Joe Biden, when I think about the path that we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show, and your character is inspiring, and Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. And to Coach Tim Walz, you are going to...
Bro said, is this sped up? Bro, RFK doing too much, bro. We try to listen to RFK. He talking too much. He when it gets to the point, so bro, we ain't got no more brain cells no more, bro. It's Gen Z in this motherfucker. We about to speed this shit up. You can thank RFK, okay?
An incredible vice president. And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign, your support is humbling. So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So my mother, our mother, Shamala Harris, had one of her own. And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down smiling. I know that. So my mother was 19 when she crossed the world alone, traveling from India to California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer. When she finished school, she was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. But as fate would have it, she met my father, Donald Harris, a student from Jamaica. They fell in love and got married, and that act of self-determination made my sister Maya and me. Growing up, we moved a lot. I will always remember that big Mayflower truck packed with all our belongings, ready to go to Illinois, to Wisconsin, and wherever our parents' jobs took us. My early memories of our parents together are very joyful ones. A home filled with laughter and music, Aretha, Coltrane, and Miles. At the park, my mother would say, "Stay close." But my father would say, as he smiled, "Run, Kamala, run, don't be afraid, don't let..."
Somebody said, do a split screen with Subway servers or GTA races. I might, when I get like a real strong computer, I'll probably like play Skyrim and shit and react to stuff. I don't know if they'll copyright me though for playing Skyrim while reacting to things and giving political takes. Y'all keep asking me what I drink. Are y'all conspiring to find out what I drink? Since y'all are asking so much, I'm gonna just let y'all tell me what y'all drink, and then I'm gonna just take y'all's suggestions.
Anything stop you. From my earliest years, he taught me to be fearless. But the harmony between my parents did not last. When I was in elementary school, they split up. And it was mostly my mother who raised us. Before she could finally afford to buy a home, she rented a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay, you either live in the hills or the flatlands. We lived in the flats. A beautiful, working-class neighborhood of firefighters, nurses, and construction workers, all who tended their lawns with pride. My mother, she worked long hours, and like many working parents, she leaned on a trusted circle to help raise us. Mrs. Shelton, who ran the daycare below us and became a second mother. Uncle Sherman, Aunt Mary, Uncle Freddie, Auntie Chris. None of them family by blood, and all of them family by love. Family who taught us how to make gumbo, how to play chess, and sometimes even let us win. Family who loved us, believed in us, and told us we could be anything and do anything. They instilled in us the values they personified: community, faith, and the importance of treating others as you would want to be treated, with kindness, respect, and compassion. My mother was a brilliant, 5-foot-tall, brown woman with an accent. And as the eldest child, I saw how the world would sometimes treat her. But my mother never lost her cool. She was tough, courageous, a trailblazer in the fight for women's health, and she taught Maya and me a lesson that Michelle mentioned the other night. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it. That was my mother. And she taught us, and she also taught us, and never do anything half-assed. And that is a direct quote. A direct quote. I grew up immersed in the ideals of the civil rights movement. My parents had met at a civil rights gathering, and they made sure that we learned about civil rights leaders, including the lawyers like Thurgood Marshall and Constance Baker Motley, those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America. So at a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer. And when it came time to choose the type of law I would pursue, I reflected on a pivotal moment in my life. You see, when I was in high school, I started to notice something about my best friend, Wanda. She was sad at school, and there were times she didn't want to go home. So one day I asked if everything was all right, and she confided in me that she was being sexually abused by her stepfather. And I immediately told her she had to come stay with us, and she did. This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor, to protect people like Wanda, because I believe everyone has a right to safety, to dignity, and to justice.
Squarespace's creative tools let you design a unique, engaging.
Still can't believe you missed day 4. Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, days 1 through 3 taxed a black man, bro. Like, bro, keeping it 100, bro. Like, bro, after day 3, I had to wake up early as fuck, bro. I was taxed, bro. I just didn't have a day 4 in me. I'm gonna keep it 3,000.
As a prosecutor, when I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together. And every day, in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge, and I said 5 words: Kamala Harris for the people. And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another, on behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America. And with this election, our nation with this election has a precious, fleeting opportunity to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward. Not as members of any one party or faction.
Bro, imagine if Gavin Newsom was from a different state. It would be over for Trump. It's already bad enough with Tim Walz. It's so bad, bro. Like, Trump getting hit with the... Finish him. You know what I'm saying? Trump getting hit with all type of... But if it was Gavin Newsom, bro, if I was Trump, I would just book a flight to, like, North Korea or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no beating that.
But as Americans, and let me say, I know there are people of various political views watching tonight, and I want you to know, I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me.
Broski said, good job getting the far left to turn on you in such a tight election. Trump 2024. Look, Crody, what makes you think I want far left people watching my channel? Once we defeat y'all MAGAites, I predict one of two things. Either y'all end up becoming a problem again, or far leftists become the new fucking villains. So, what made you think I wanted them around anyways? Relax, Crody. Thanks for subscribing, though.
To put country above party and self. To hold sacred America's fundamental principles, from the rule of law to free and fair elections to the peaceful transfer of power. I will be a president who unites us around our highest aspirations. A president who leads and listens, who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights.
How's that Israeli boot taste? It depends on the seasoning. Like, I don't know, what do you use? So, like, I like adobo, sazon, you know, onion powder, garlic powder, that kind of thing. It depends on how you put it together.
For the American people. From the courthouse to the White House, that has been my life's work. As a young courtroom prosecutor in Oakland, California, I stood up for women and children against predators who abuse them. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks, delivered $20 billion from middle-class families who faced foreclosure, and helped pass a homeowner Bill of Rights, one of the first of its kind in the nation. I stood up for veterans and students being scammed by big for-profit colleges, for workers who are being cheated out of their wages, the wages they were due, for seniors facing elder abuse. I fought against the cartels who traffic in guns and drugs and human beings, who threaten the security of our border and the safety of our communities. And I will tell you, these fights were not easy, and neither were the elections that put me in those offices. We were underestimated at practically every turn, but we never gave up, because the future is always worth fighting for. And that's the fight we are in right now, a fight for America's future. Fellow Americans, this election is not only the most important of our lives, it is one of the most important in the life of our nation. In many ways, Donald Trump...
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's like a groiper. Like, bro has like the, is it the Pepe or is it groiper that he has in his profile picture? I mean, how is it like going over there? Like, you guys are like freaking out about Trump and he's actively like being buddies with Israel. It must be tough. It must be tough. You know what I'm saying? It must be a tough one over there for y'all.
Is an unserious man. But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider not only the chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election. Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes. When he failed, he sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol, where they assaulted law enforcement officers. When politicians in his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help, he did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans, and separately, and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. And consider what he intends to do if we give him power again. Consider his explicit intent to set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit
See, this is what we need. We need people to keep talking about J6 because the amount that people have gotten away. Ever consider some people might just like the Pepe because last I checked, Groypers aren't Trumpers? What are you talking about? They have an entire movement called Save Trump. They're literally panicking right now trying to save Trump. What are you talking about? They haven't fully given up on Trump. They almost did when too many brown people got on the stage at the RNC, but it looks like they're in it to win it. It looks like they're gonna stand beside him. They're gonna stick beside him. They're gonna stand beside Trump, and they're trying to save Trump. Apparently, there's other people trying to do away with Donnie that are in his campaign within his inner circle. I mean, I don't got a problem with you having the Pepe thing, bro. Like, do your thing, bro. I'm not a hater, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell y'all what opinion to have, but I don't think the Groypers have given up on Trump, G. I'm pretty sure they're still over there.
Intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy. His explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails. And how he would use the immense powers of the presidency of the United States. Not to improve.
Who said save Trump? Nick? I mean, Nick is kind of like the god of the Groyper movement. If he says jump, they'll jump. If he says crawl, they'll crawl. Like, yeah. Unless you're saying the Groypers aren't completely loyal to Nick, which I don't even believe that. I've watched enough of his content to know that they're loyal to him. Real questions as a black American. How do you feel seeing other black Americans openly supporting Trump after his close ties to the white supremacist groups? I mean, probably the same way I was when I supported Trump when I was like 18. They just don't see that. It never crosses their timeline. They just never see the news, or they just never see the information. A lot of like Republican like politics relies upon voters not knowing what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, people hop in my comment section on that video like, you fucking saw the racist shit they said and you were still a Trump supporter. No. Not everybody's keeping up with everything. Not everybody sees everything. A lot of black voters aren't watching everything, bro. They're not keeping up with everything. It's an unfortunate reality of politics that a lot of people don't know what's going on. But they're going to vote. They will show up to vote and have no clue what's happening. So that's what I would say it is. I don't think most black... You have your minority of black Trump supporters who think they're like a special breed of black people who are better than the others. But that's like your Candace Owens and it's like a small minority of black people. Most black Trumpers just have no clue what's going on. And that's not that they're stupid. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, normal people got shit to do. They got bills, they got kids, you know, more bills, you know, they got stuff to do, you know.
Your life, not to strengthen our national security, but to serve the only client he has ever had, himself. And we know what a second Trump term would look like. It's all laid out in Project 2025, written by his closest advisors, and its sum total is to pull our country back to the past. But America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We are not
Even the cameraman was hyped up. Look at Bresky, bro. Bresky was hyped up. The cameraman was like, hold up, bro. It's crazy. I'm outside in the AMG.
We are not going back to when Donald Trump tried to cut Social Security and Medicare. We are not going back to when he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. We are not going to let him eliminate the Department of Education that funds our public schools. We are not going to let him end programs like Head Start that provide preschool and childcare for our children. America, we are not going back.
Mark Beat says, I'm a former Trump campaign employee and left the Republican Party because of J6. Really enjoy your content. Hey, I respect that, G. Thank you for watching my content.
And we are charting a new way forward to a future with a strong and growing middle class, because we know a strong middle class has always been critical to America's success, and building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. And I'll tell you,
Bro, I still can't believe RFK took off with them people's lunch money and gave it to Trump. Yo, Trump living good. Hey, y'all remember that pic of Trump with all the McDonald's in front of him like this? That's Trump. Trump got that Lunchables bag. Hey, that's crazy. Trump got the Capri Sun bag, the Go-Gurt bag, the Lunchables check. That's crazy.
this is personal for me. The middle class
Trump
is where I
saying,
come from. My mother kept a strict budget. We lived within our means, yet we wanted for little. And she expected us to make the most of the opportunities that were available to us and to be grateful for them. Because, as she taught us, opportunity is not available to everyone. That's why we will create what I call an opportunity economy where everyone has the chance to compete and a chance to succeed. Whether you live in a rural area, small town, or big city. And as president, I will bring together labor and workers and small business owners and entrepreneurs and American companies to create jobs, to grow our economy, and to lower the cost of everyday needs like healthcare and housing and groceries. We will provide access to capital for small business owners and entrepreneurs and founders. And we will end America's housing shortage and protect Social Security and Medicare. Now compare that to Donald Trump, because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact what in effect is a national sales tax, call it a Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass.
Yo, bro said Trump needs a lunch money for the commissary in the big house. Hey, Trump better figure out what his next business is, bro. And it might be selling ramen noodle packs in prison, bro. Cause that look like where you about to go next, but that might be his next little thing, bro. The jumpsuit gonna fit right in with his skin because he's going to jail, bro. I'm trying to tell you what.
A middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
Bro, I gotta replace this chair, bro. It's creaking.
What's the difference between a regular notebook and Remarkable? The difference is that this notebook has digital powers. Like a regular notebook, Remarkable was designed entirely
We're not
without
skipping this ad. Hold
distractions.
on.
So you can enter that deep, focused state of mind.
This is an
and create
iPad you can
quality
draw
work.
on?
But you can also sync and access all your work from any device, keep your work organized with folders and tags, and use digital tools like copy and paste, move, and scale. Remarkable combines the best of both worlds into a complete note-taking system.
Friends, I believe America cannot truly be prosperous unless Americans are fully able to make their own decisions about their own lives, especially on matters of heart and home. But tonight, in America, too many women are not able to make those decisions. And let's be clear about how we got here. Donald Trump handpicked members of the United States Supreme Court to take away reproductive freedom. And now he brags about it. In his words, quote, "I did it and I'm proud to have done it," end quote. Well, I'll tell you, over the
Bro,
past...
Trump about to deny he ever said that, bro. That's what I hate about the bro. He just be saying shit with all the proof. And then the next day he get up on the TV and said, I never said that. Excuse me, I never said that. Every time. The nigga just is crazy.
Years, I've traveled across our country, and women have told me their stories. Husbands and fathers have shared theirs. Stories of women miscarrying in a parking lot, developing sepsis, losing the ability to ever again have children, all because doctors are afraid they may go to jail for caring for their patients. Couples just trying to grow their family, cut off in the middle of IVF treatments. Children who have survived sexual assault, potentially being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. This is what's happening in our country. because of Donald Trump. And understand, he is not done. As a part of his agenda, he and his allies would limit access to birth control, ban medication abortion, and enact a nationwide abortion ban with or without Congress. And get this, he plans to create a national anti-abortion coordinator and force states to report.
Yo, coordinator for anti-abortion is crazy, bro. The Department of Anti-Abortion is crazy. Yo, Trump is a villain, bro. Somebody call The Incredibles, bro. This is crazy.
On women's miscarriages and abortions. Simply put, they are out of their minds. And one must ask, why exactly is it that they don't trust women? Well, we trust women. We trust women. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. In this election, many other fundamental freedoms are at stake. The freedom to live safe from gun violence in our schools, communities,
What's
and
up,
places
Rashad?
of worship.
Just hopped in.
The freedom
What's
to love
good,
who you
G?
love openly and with pride. The freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water and live free from the pollution that fuels the climate crisis. And the freedom that unlocks all the others, the freedom to vote. With this election, we finally have the opportunity to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. And let me be clear, after decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought...
But what the fuck?
decades. The Border Patrol endorsed it. But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress to kill the deal. Well, I refuse to play politics.
This is the part that blows my mind about Trump. This nigga brazenly killed a border deal, doesn't deny it, and his supporters like believe that it was a bullshit deal. Imagine a deal where the president can shut down the border and promises to shut down the border and you call it a bullshit deal. Bro, MAGA just believes whatever reality they live in, bro. Like, whatever they decide is true to them. That's why we gotta defeat Trump, bro, because, like, Trump could say just about anything to win. And 25% of the country is just gonna sit there like, just about right. it's bro, like, and the nigga you thought rappers... Bro, I used to always laugh like, damn, bro, this rapper done told on himself. These niggas be self-snitching. And then, like, Trump? You don't understand self-snitching until you, like, watch Donald Trump, bro. Like, I'm just telling you right now.
Our security, and here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law. I know we can live up to our proud heritage as a nation of immigrants and reform our broken immigration system. We can create an earned pathway to citizenship and secure our border. And America, we must also be steadfast in advancing our security and values abroad. As Vice President, I have confronted threats to our security, negotiated with foreign leaders, strengthened our alliances, and engaged with our brave troops overseas. As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in the world. And I will fulfill our sacred obligation to care for our troops and their families, and I will always honor and never disparage their service and their sacrifice. I will make sure that we lead the world into the future on space and artificial intelligence, that America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century, and that we strengthen, not abdicate, our global leadership. Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO. He encouraged Putin.
Broski said Trump is a Nazi and leader of the KKK. He's more like a substitute teacher. you know. But I see what you mean. He's like he's a sub, you know what I'm saying? He doing his little thing, you know. He can't outright be like the full on leader, but you know, he doing his thing, you know. Putting his little Ku Klux hours in, you know what I'm saying? Putting the work in.
To invade our allies, said Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. 5 days before Russia attacked Ukraine, I met with President Zelensky to warn him about Russia's plan to invade. I helped mobilize a global response over 50 countries to defend against Putin's aggression. And as president, I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies. With respect.
Hey, Night at the Museum, bro. What the fuck, boy? I don't know his name, but I know him. Yo, Night at the Museum, bro. That's
With
crazy.
respect to the war in Gaza, President Biden and I are working around the clock because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done.
This was not enough for the Hasan viewers. This was not enough. She needed to just crash out. Like, Ben Stiller, okay, now I know. You know what I'm saying? Now I know. Hey, you feel me? Chat coming through with the knowledge. You feel me?
Wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why? There are a bunch of them.
Yo, why they keep letting me skip these ads? I don't have, like, they just be letting me touch skip. That's crazy.
And let me be clear. I will always stand up for Israel's right to defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must never again face the horror that a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7.
Bro, Hasan crashed out after seeing this, bro. After this shit, it was over with. Broski said no more. Broski said he done, bro. He was mad he got kicked out. I don't know if I heard they had to sub him out with a different media outlet or something like that. I did hear that somebody like tried to like low-key like sneak diss Hasan, like some kind of like, was it like Jill Stein or something? I don't remember. They said somebody sneak dissed him or some shit. I would venture to argue that Hasan is actually really important. Almost as important, if not more important than actual journalists. Like, I think like real journalists underestimate how important the vibes are in politics. And Hasan he's very good at the vibes. So I think he got subbed out with a different media outlet. I don't know if he got kicked out because they had beef with him though. Is that true? Did they just like turn on him?
Including unspeakable sexual violence and the massacre of young people at a music festival. At the same time, what has happened in Gaza over the past 10 months is devastating. So many innocent lives lost. Desperate, hungry people fleeing for safety over and over again. The scale of suffering is heartbreaking. President Biden and I are working to end this war such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, security, freedom, and self-determination. And know this, I will never hesitate to take whatever action is necessary to defend our forces and our interests against Iran and Iran-backed terrorists. I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump. Because, you know, they know he is easy to manipulate with flattery and favors. They know Trump won't hold autocrats accountable because he wants to be an autocrat himself. And as president, I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals, because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny, I know where I stand and I know where the United States belongs. So fellow Americans, I love our country with all my heart. Everywhere I go, in everyone I meet, I see a nation that is ready to move forward, ready for the next step in the incredible journey that is America. I see an America where we hold fast to the fearless belief that built our nation and inspired the world, that here, in this country, anything is possible, that nothing is out of reach. An America where we care for one another, look out for one another, and recognize that we have so much more in common than what separates us. That none of us has to fail for all of us to succeed. And that in unity there is strength. You know, our opponents in this race are out there every day denigrating America, talking about how terrible everything is. Well, my mother had another lesson she used to teach. Never let anyone tell you who you are. You show them who you are. America, let us show each other and the world who we are and what we stand for. Freedom, opportunity, compassion, dignity, fairness, and endless possibilities. We are the heirs to the greatest democracy in the history of the world. And on behalf of our children and our grandchildren and all those who sacrificed so dearly for our freedom and liberty, we must be worthy of this moment. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done, guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American. So let's get out there, let's fight for it, let's get out there, let's vote for it, and together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. She's about to make history, bro. She's about to make history, bro. I'm actually, you know, I was low-key jealous of the millennials because they got to like fully experience Obama. I was like 7 when he was elected, but this is my chance. This is my turn to fully like see this for what it is, bro. But we about to watch Big Dog himself, Adam Kinzinger. We about to watch what he got to say. It's only 7 minutes, so we finna see what he got to say, and then we'll close out the stream. Right outside, TT.
Please welcome former Illinois Republican Representative Adam Kinzinger.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm Adam Kinzinger, and I am proud to be in the trenches with you as part of this sometimes awkward alliance that we have to defend truth, defend democracy, and decency. I was just a kid when I was drawn to the party of Ronald Reagan, to his vision of a strong America, the shining city on a hill. I was a Republican for 12 years in Congress, and I still hold on to the label. I never thought I'd be here, but listen, you never thought you'd see me here, did you? But I've learned something about the Democratic Party, and I want to let my fellow Republicans in on the secret. The Democrats are as patriotic as us. They love this country just as much as we do. And they are as eager to defend American values at home and abroad as we conservatives have ever been. I was relieved to discover that because I've learned something about my party too, something I couldn't ignore. The Republican Party is no longer conservative. It has switched its allegiance from the principles that gave it purpose to a man whose only purpose is himself. Donald Trump is a weak man pretending to be strong. He is a small man pretending to be big. He's a faithless man pretending to be righteous. He's a perpetrator who can't stop playing the victim. He puts on, listen, he puts on quite a show, but there is no real strength there. As a conservative and a veteran, I believe true strength lies in defending the vulnerable. It's in protecting your family. It's in standing up for our Constitution and our democracy. That is the soul of being a conservative. It used to be the soul of being a Republican. but Donald Trump has suffocated the soul of the Republican Party. His fundamental weakness has coursed through my party like an illness, sapping our strength, softening our spine, whipping us into a fever that has untethered us from our values. Our democracy was frayed by the events of January 6th, as Donald Trump's deceit and dishonor led to a siege on the United States Capitol. That day, I stood witness to a profound sorrow, the desecration of our sacred tradition of peaceful transition of power, tarnished by a man too fragile, too vain, and too weak to accept defeat. How can a party claim to be patriotic if it idolizes a man who tried to overthrow a free and fair election? How can a party claim to stand for liberty if it sees a fight for freedom in Ukraine, an attack pitting tyranny against democracy, a challenge to everything our nation claims to be? And it retreats, it equivocates, it nominates a man who is weirdly obsessed with Putin. And his running mate who said, quote, "I don't care what happens in Ukraine." Yeah, he wants to be vice president, yeah. How can a party claim to be conservative when it tarnishes the gifts that our forebears fought for? Men like my grandfather, who served in World War II, who believed in a cause bigger than himself, and he risked his life for it behind enemy lines. To preserve American democracy, his generation found the courage to face down armies. Listen, all we're asked to do is to summon the courage to stand up to one weak man.
That is true. All we got to do is cast a vote. Our predecessors had to like dodge bombs and shit. It's crazy.
Some have questioned why I've taken the stand I have. The answer is really simple, ladies and gentlemen. We must put country first. And tonight, as a Republican speaking before you, I'm putting our country first. Because the fact is, I do belong here. I know Kamala Harris shares my allegiance to the rule of law, the Constitution, and democracy. And she is dedicated to upholding all three in service to our country. Whatever policies we disagree on pale in comparison with those fundamental matters of principle, of decency, and of fidelity to this nation. Listen, to my fellow Republicans, if you still pledge allegiance to those principles, I suspect you belong here too. Because democracy knows no party. It's a living, breathing ideal that defines us as a nation. It's the bedrock that separates us from tyranny, and when that foundation is fractured, we must all stand together, united, to strengthen it.
Yeah, I'm tired, so I'm gonna head out. Hey, thank you for showing up. Whoever made that surprise speaker 2 was an ass. That's what I'm saying, bro. Who was that, bro? Bro, I was like literally out and about on my phone, like looking at it like, bro, the one day I don't stream, a surprise speaker is supposed to show up. What the fuck is this? Thankfully, nothing happened, but I was like, bro, like, well, what the fuck?
Think those principles are worth defending? Then I urge you, make the right choice. Vote for our bedrock values, and vote for Kamala Harris. God bless you.
I mean, that dude is on the January 6th committee. So, like, we owe that man our ass because him and Liz Cheney and them got all the evidence we needed to get that indictment. So, I don't care how y'all feel about Trump. I don't care how y'all feel about former, Trump supporters or, like, Republicans who have turned on Trump. This man, that Adam Kinzinger, hey, look, bro. You investigate Trump, you got my respect, bro. The mystery appearance was the friends we made along the way. I guess so. Oh my god, bro. I was out with my homie, bro. Like, I was like, bro, ain't no fucking way this happens to me, bro. The day that I decide not to stream, they pull up on a black man like this and say, we're gonna have a guest. What guest? So, you see how they try to do me, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, they try to take me out, bro. You know what I'm saying? It looks like we're closing in on the end of the stream. So, y'all got anything else to say? Feel free to say it. Or ask, or whatever. I still can't believe Elder Scrolls 6 ain't came out yet. And the fact that Crusader Kings 3 stops at 12 something or... Well, the years keep going on, don't they? The fact that Crusader Kings 3 doesn't, like, have a Renaissance era is crazy, bro. Like, yeah, I saw the Lil Jon roll call. Yeah, I saw that. The DNC like completely lapsed the RNC in every conceivable fucking way. Elder Scrolls 6 after GTA 6 is what? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is bullshit. Is this the Krusty Krab? The DNC has to be the Krusty Krab, and the RNC has to be the chum bucket, because come on, bro. They were playing K-Dot during the outro for day 4. Yeah, I mean, bro, they're firing on all cylinders, my G. Are you hyped for the new CK3 DLC? Bro, I gotta get a new computer, bro. But yeah, I was like, why can't I play as a landless character? And what if I want to work my way up from being a little peasant all the way up to a boss? Why I gotta start off as a boss? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the fact that they're playing games with Elder Scrolls 6 like this is disrespectful. Like, Elder Scrolls 6 will take place in Hammerfell. I don't even believe that no more, bro. I don't believe nothing they say, bro. They done took so long, bro. Rashad, you were a Trump supporter? Yeah, yeah, basically. I wasn't like a diehard MAGA, but I was a Trump supporter at one point. Jarig Barnes? I hope I said that right. Just discovered your channel. I'm happy to see Democrats like yourself voice what most of us actually stand for with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I wouldn't say like I was like a full-on like MAGA soldier, but I was simply just right adjacent. How do Democrats get more united? Stakes are too high to pass judgment on well-meaning people that switch parties to oppose. I think most of us are receptive to unity. I think if anyone was upset with Kinzinger being there, they for damn sure didn't show it. Because we got to unite against Trump, bro. Like, we can't do this alone, you know what I mean? But I don't know how to unite the left, because people just love to be the one person screaming on the side trying to be special. Did you lose a lot of viewers switching beliefs? No, I stopped being a Trump supporter a year and a half ago, my G, when I was like 21. I didn't have any viewers back then. I didn't have a career back then. I was uploading videos to the void. Like, nobody was watching me. Nobody gave a fuck about me. I was just like talking to a room, talking to the wall. I'm outside. I subscribe to your channel. Thanks. I appreciate that. It's hard to be a Dem when they regularly lack spine. Yeah, bro. It's frustrating, bro. The Democrats are too soft. Right aside. TT. Yeah, I'm Republican and I'm effing blue. Oh, I'm full on voting blue now. I'm bluing in November. Bro, my bad. I swear I don't have dyslexia. Yeah, I'm Republican and I'm full on voting blue in November. I respect that. Thank you for putting democracy first. All right, heading out. Have a good night, everyone. Hey, thanks for showing up to the stream. We are not soft. We are civil. I don't know about that, bro. Part of the reason why Republicans feel comfortable compromising the Constitution is because they think Joe Biden ain't finna do shit. I hate to say it, but it's kind of true, bro. I hate to say it. We are civil, but we are not ready for game time. It's just the truth. I hate to say it, but I get what you mean. But I don't think we're ready for game time. Stand on business. Don't fall to the crazies. Stand on business. Naira with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Yo, y'all are the greatest fan base ever. I don't care what y'all say. Not even fan base, supporters. I don't want to call y'all fans. Y'all are grown ass people. Y'all are the best supporters ever, bar none. He tried to unite instead of holding Trump accountable. Wait, Adam Kinzinger? Oh, are you talking about Biden? Yeah, Biden was walking a tightrope. Oh, Merrick Garland? Yeah, Merrick be tripping, bro. I don't know what his situation is. He need to realize what time it is. Merrick Garland, bro, like, somebody wake his ass up. Broski be tweaking, bro. Y'all think Kamala's a new Obama? She'll probably do way better than Obama because she'll probably actually have a Democratic Congress, excuse me. So she'll probably do just fine. I honestly don't think Trump will show up to the September 10th debate. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good call. He might actually cancel. Everyone says I'm 20 points ahead. Why should I debate? You know he'll do that bullshit. New here, saw you on a Destiny debate. Huh? I did appear on one debate that he was on, but that was for like a minute. For like literally maybe 1 minute in total. You might be talking about Hippy Dippy. My aunt has effectively disowned me for saying I'd be voting for Harris. MAGA isn't just crazy. It actively turns families against... Yeah, bro. Politics is... Trump has just destroyed everything, bro. It's crazy. Crody keeps ducking debates. Trump ducks debates and nobody says anything. Like, there's no accountability, bro. He can do literally anything and nothing will ever happen to him. Like, it's crazy, bro. Trump could nuke Gaza, and I don't know if MAGA would say anything to him. I saw you on Hippy Dippy. You debated on the go back to their countries part. I read the quote and it didn't specifically say countries. Oh no, it said countries. All right, you got to reread it, bro. It did. It started off by saying countries. It was more than one tweet. He couldn't say it all in one tweet, so he had to make more than one. I know we have to lock in and not stay comfortable, but how are you still? But fuck. Okay, let me slow down my reading. I know we have to lock in and not stay too comfortable, but are you still feeling positive for Harris winning this November despite some of the online left debates? I don't think far leftists are going to stop anything for Kamala. I think the more they pull this bullshit, the less people are going to even listen to them. Like, I think the vast majority of people realize how serious this Trump shit is. There are far less people who are like tankies than there are... Like, MAGA is more of a problem than tankies. So, yeah, the tankies aren't that big of an issue. You know, they're not even... I'm not going to say... Like, no, actually, I'm going to say it. They should be ignored. Their demands are so, like, unbelievably ridiculous that there's really no point in even, like, entertaining those fools. Walsh is going to wipe the floor with JD. Vance is about to go out sad. What's your thoughts on Alan Lichtman and his prediction of a likely Harris victory? That's where the momentum is right now. I mean, I know she keeps saying that she's the underdog, but she kind of really isn't. I don't feel that vibe in the air anymore. I just don't. I don't think she's the underdog. I don't. Like, maybe on the betting odds she is, but MAGA has hit its ceiling in terms of, like, excitement. If you think people are behind Kamala right now, wait till it's time to vote, bro. I don't think Kamala's the underdog at all, but we have to play like we are. Otherwise, we'll lose because MAGA is not playing. Tankies like Hasan might think it's a joke. MAGA's not playing with y'all. They really think the election was stolen, and they're ready to stand on business. Did you see Vance at the donut shop? He's so weird. You know, when you shroud yourself in so much negativity, it's hard to be, personable and likable. And plus, Vance isn't... Trump is an evil individual, but he's personable, bro. Trump can go anywhere and possibly get a good reception from anyone, despite how villainous he is. Vance has no charisma. He has literally no ability to interact with people. He's a bum. I bet Swift will endorse her in October. Yeah, when Taylor Swift when she pulls up, it's literally over for them. I'm feeling 22. We have to vote. Don't get complacent. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all don't underestimate MAGA, bro, because they're not playing. They feel like the election was stolen, and they're not about to just let y'all steal it a second time. You know what I'm saying? Don't underestimate MAGA, bro, because when it comes time to actually stand on business, they will pull up on your motherfucking ass. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Yeah, we can laugh at how stupid they are and how unreasonable they are, but what the fuck? Oh. Goddamn. My monitor went out. Yeah, we can laugh at MAGA all day, but they're not playing with y'all. Where are we moving when Trump wins? I'm staying my black ass right here. I ain't going nowhere. I don't know about y'all, but bro, my family been here a long time. I don't have any family from outside of the United States or its territories. Ain't nowhere for a nigga to go. For those of y'all that have somewhere to go, hey, look, bro, do your thing. I ain't hating. I ain't hating at all. But me, ain't nowhere for my ass to go. I'm stuck here. We need to win by a landslide that will make up any excuses. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, we actually have to stomp these people, bro. Because if we don't, we're cooked, bro. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all that have, like, families from other countries and shit, hey, y'all in a good spot. For folks like me, I'm cooked. If Trump wins, I am cooked, bro. I'm not leaving this state. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? England? What the fuck? Eastern Europe is cheap though, yeah, but I'm black, and like Europe is having like an anti-migrant thing going on right now, and I just like you can kind of tell the difference between Africans and African Americans just based on like style of dress and posture and stuff. But I'm not about to risk it. I'm not about to go to Europe and they goddamn pull up on me and shit. I'm gonna just stay my black ass right here. Most minorities are cooked if Trump wins. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's cooked. White man, black man. But you're right though. Minorities got a special recipe for them, whipped up by the Heritage Foundation. Even Canada is moving to the far right. Yeah, bro, it's ugly over there, bro. The dummies are taking over, bro. The insane people are running the asylum, bro. It's crazy. It's ugly, bro. The Trumpsters they run in it, bro. They doing damage, bro. They standing on business. Justin is cooked in Canada. It looked like it, bro. He done been around so fucking long, bro. Justin Trudeau been president since I was like 2 seconds old, bro. I ain't seen him prime minister. I haven't seen that nigga not be prime minister once. I don't think I've ever breathed oxygen without him being prime minister, bro. Obviously that's not true, but still. Not about to give it up. It's Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro. Like, that's what it looked like. If I go to the UK, they might drop kick me. Shit. Nigga. Yeah, I'm not going nowhere, bro. I don't trust no other country with as a black American, I just don't trust any other country with me other than the United States. Racism might be is a problem, but nigga, I'd rather deal with America's racism. I'm not about to explore other flavors of racism. I'm good with the one I got. I'm gonna stay here, bro. I'm gonna stay with the Ku Klux, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay with the MAGAs. I'm gonna stay with these niggas. I don't want to find out the other flavors of racism. I'm gonna stay my black ass right here. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, playboy. I'm staying my motherfucking ass right. Ugh. I'm keeping it 100, broski. I'm not going nowhere, bro. Cause I just don't trust. I don't trust them other people, bro. Like, they not gonna fuck with me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, all I gotta do is just show up black. Just wake up black. It's not gonna end well. We're in a toxic relationship with the U.S. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, as fucked up as some of our problems are, I'm not going nowhere, bro. We might have issues in America, broski, but bro, I gotta stay my ass here, bro. I'm not trying to shit on the Europeans because I know I got European viewers. I know I got white European viewers, but y'all, I love y'all, but I'm staying here, bro. I'm gonna have to stay here with my goddamn, Coors Light, fucking Ku Klux, goddamn, go back to your country kind of folks. I can't be trying out different, I can't be trying out foreign racism and trying to see, what I'm saying, like, designer racism. I'm gonna have to stay where we at, you know what I'm saying? I can't be messing with the Louis racism and the Saint Laurent Don racism and the Gucci racism. I'm gonna have to just stay right here. You know what I'm saying? I can't be doing all of that. Y'all invite me over there to engage in designer racism. I'm good on that. What's up, Harris Walls 2024? Yeah, broski. I gotta get back to work, but just want to say, great video, Mr. Crenshaw. If you are American, we need to focus on our country first, especially right now. Exactly. They making us MAGA so crazy. They got me sounding like Candace. America first. We can worry about America first. Oh man, they got me sounding like Candace, bro. She tweaking, bro. Y'all thought RFK was on one? Wait till y'all see what Candace been over there talking about. Candace is on one for real. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm on one. Fucking mom. All right, folks. This is it. About to end the stream right here. Thank y'all for pulling up and showing love. All 2,594 of y'all that clicked play on this stream when you saw it and you're suggested. Tight shit. You mean the one that Lauren Southern bought? What did she brought? The one that Lauren Southern brought. What did Lauren Southern bring? Designer racism? Is that what you said? Did you just call Lauren Southern's racism designer racism? Oh, you talking to somebody else? Oh, okay. My family, friends are MAGA. Should I even try talking with them? Don't get jumped trying to convert people, okay? We don't want to see you getting Kirk Franklin stomped. You know what I'm saying, by your family, friends, because you keep trying to convert them to see reason, bro. Don't get, don't let them do you like boys in the hood, okay? All right. See you later, chat. It's been real.